Hey guys, it's Risa, your Monday video here on the Bat Babes channel. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet because it is 1:27 in the morning. So sorry if you have to turn your volume all the way up. So this week on the Bat Babes channel we're doing the UnGoth confessions tag, which has been very interesting for me to do. Again, because like I said last video, I really haven't done videos or anything publicly about being goth, or darkly inclined, so this is very interesting for me. In trying to come up with ungoth things that I do, I inadvertently realized that the few things that I could find that were ungoth that I do were sort of tinged with my darker interests, even though they were typically an ungoth thing to do. So that was very interesting. So let's begin. So my first ungoth confession is that I am the ultimate weeaboo trash. I've loved anime and manga since I was in like 4th grade, and I've just always loved anime and manga, which is ungoth, but then the thing is that my favorite genre is horror and crime and gore. But I do love magical girl animes and cutesy animes where everything is cute and adorable, but I haven't watched anything besides a horror anime in like at least 6 months, and the last cute anime I watched actually had to do with witches. So yeah, my darker interests are just kind of invading everything in my life, I've come to realize. My second ungoth confession is that I actually love Fairy K and Cult Party K and anything pastel. I actually really tried wearing Fairy K for a while. I also collected a bunch of clothes that could be worn in Cult Party K, but I realized that I actually prefer dark Cult Party K over the usual white and light color themed Cult Party K. If you don't know what Cult Party K is or Fairy K, look those up. I'd like Tumblr, preferably. I don't know what shows up on Google. Yeah, they're both very pastel and light colored, and I do love both, but I'm just not happy enough wearing either of them. Yeah. My third ungoth confession is that actually anything cute and pastel has a place in my heart. It's always been like this. Always. But I really don't like pink. That's like the only thing. I love pastels, but pink is like my least favorite color. So at least there's that. My fourth ungoth confession is that I actually own 3 unicorn stuffed animals. 2 of the 3 are from when I was like 13, maybe 12. I've had them for a very long time. But the third one is actually a unicorn backpack. And the 2 older ones are actually super pastel and magical and just super adorable and like mythical. And I still love them. I still have them in my room at my dad's. And my room there is my spooky Halloween room. So, but they're adorable and I love them, so I don't care. My fifth UnGoth confession, and possibly my most UnGoth confession, is my musical interests, because 2/3 of what I listen to is not goth at all. It's like the opposite of goth. This is due to the music my parents raised me on, but part of it is that I'm also, I love most music that I listen to. Well, not most. I love a lot of music. I love a lot of genres of music. And I was raised on pop, R&B kinds of music. So it's just something I've always grown up with, and I never hated it. My dad listens to mainstream radio like every single day, so it's a decent portion of what I end up listening to. But then on my own free time, I listen to a lot of K-pop and more mainstream, I guess you could just say UnGoth music genres. I would say that 1/3 of all the music I listen to is goth. So it's not that I don't listen to like goth music at all, it's just I listen to mostly UnGoth music technically. My sixth UnGoth confession is that I am 20 years old and I still admit to playing Pokemon. I am a Pokemon trainer for life. But this got darkly tinged because my favorite type of Pokemon is Ghost type. So even that. I love me some Ghost types. My seventh UnGoth confession is that I don't really have any body modifications besides my stretched ears. They are 2 gauge right now. And it's not that having body modifications is a necessity to being goth, but it kind of is a little bit to being alternative in general. So that's kind of why I included this one. It's not that I don't want body modifications, because I really do. It's that I haven't been able to afford any, and the few times that I have been able to afford body modifications that I've wanted, I had jobs where I couldn't get them. So yeah, because I actually really want like a billion tattoos. I've got everything planned out. I've had everything planned for a pretty long time. And I plan on getting a couple facial piercings soon, and I'm really excited about that. I've had braces for 3 years, so that was a huge part of not being able to get lip piercings. Because of how my mouth is set up, it would have actually messed things up for me with my braces, so I waited so that I wouldn't fuck anything up. But yeah, no body mods besides my ears. But soon though. My eighth UnGoth confession is that I don't smoke cigarettes. I personally think this is a really silly stereotype, but I included it because I don't smoke cigarettes. So, and it's a stereotype I see a lot in the goth community for some reason. But since I couldn't think of anything else, I was just like, whatever. My ninth UnGoth confession is that I don't care for werewolves. And I know they're not like super stereotypically a goth thing, but they kind of go like how like vampires are in the goth community. And as someone who loves like everything horror, it's just interesting to me that it's not that I don't like werewolves, I just don't care for them. I haven't found a story about a werewolf that that I really enjoyed a lot. Personally, all the werewolf stories that I've read and or watched have all been very, very similar and cliche, and I was uninterested. And I actually have read a pretty decent amount of werewolf stories, which is weird, but if you have a story or something I can watch about werewolves that you think is good, recommend it to me in the comments. I will try to watch it or read it. That will be appreciated. It's because it's not that I'm against werewolves, it's just I haven't found anything I like about them. My 10th UnGoth confession is that I have never been to a goth meetup or event or musical event even. All of the music events that I've ever been to have been UnGoth genres of music. And this is kind of funny to me because one of the musical events I have been to was a punk music event, and it was like an old school punk music event with like a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds that were there who were all punks back in their like prime days, way back in the day. My cosmetology teacher, or one of my cosmetology teachers that I had while I was in cosmetology training, she was absolutely amazing and I love her. She, I guess, was punk back in the day, and she kind of recognized me and one of my best friends' alternativeness, I think, and she thought we would enjoy going to that event, and I personally enjoyed it. Just very interesting to me that I've never been to a goth event, yet I've been to a punk event. So that was my UnGoth Confessions tag. It was actually way harder for me to think of UnGoth things that I do than I thought it would be, but I did it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys should all subscribe to watch the other beautiful bat babes on this channel. We also have a like page, I believe, so please go down and like that. And yeah, I love you guys. I will see you guys next one day. Bye.